But regardless, this is a player whose path to this set, he went through Luffy MK last. Before that, a 2-0 victory over the 34th seed Jay. So this is a player who comes in with already a pretty big win under their belt.
Wait, Jay, like the Meta Knight?
Looks like Jay perhaps went. I mean, Jay, the 34th seed in this tournament. I think it was.
Yeah, Jayy, right?
Yeah, Jayy. That the very same.
That's the MK. Yeah, absolutely. Montreal's top MK. Wow.
Looks like he went Joker for that set, but I mean, you never know with online. But now he's got an even bigger task in Tweek, but already taking it to the one of the highest performing players in the entire world.
Yeah, there is no understating the accomplishments of Tweek, especially on this Wario. I mean, doing so much work at the beginning stages of the game on this character, winning glitches, winning all sorts of tournaments in a variety of ways. And even though, yes, like the consistency factor has been an issue for Tweek in the past, looking to find a much more stable ground atop the mountain as he collects the first kill off of Whirlpool. And I mean, the red Rob, it's definitely fearsome looking, but in the eyes of Tweek, I mean, this is no machine that he hasn't taken on in the past and come out on top.
Yeah, and this is Tweek really weathered the early storm from Whirlpool, and since then has just gone to work. But Whirlpool holding his own. I mean, only at 32% on his second stock. This is Rob, absolutely a character that can put this stock from Wario away.
I mean, anyone can fall victim to Rob Cheese. I mean, this is online Rob. There's not a whole lot you can do. And I would wager that killing, even if it is Tweek, a kill at 172% is not exactly where you want to be. You can die at pretty much any time, and Whirlpool can make sure of it. However, Wario, a little tricky to get a hold of in the air, it turns out.
Yeah, and you want to talk about characters that can kill you really fast. This is Wario. And it looks like he does have the waft on deck, so you wonder if he's gonna maybe use it early and try and get 2 off in this match. And the small waft, the half waft is always an option too. You see he's thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
So he doesn't have to quite yet.
Throws a laser right into the face of Tweek. This no respect at all, let me tell you. Whirlpool looking for a way to get Tweek off of the stage, but I mean, when you're sitting there for that long and thinking about it, Tweek is eventually just going to drop in on you, hit you in an aerial, and push you in the direction that he wants. This is right now, it seems like it's all Tweek's game, and Whirlpool seems to just be looking for some of the Wi-Fi cheese. He ain't finding it right now.
Whirlpool looks like he knows that he's going up against the second-seeded player at this tournament. Like he looks like he's afraid of what Tweek will do, and not necessarily as confident in what he can do. And that laser opens up he opens up his first stock lead of the match. Now this is Whirlpool's opportunity. He doesn't manage to find it, but that was his opportunity to open up some extra credit percent.
It was honestly a beautiful little snipe there from off the stage. Tweek, of course. What else can the top 10 player in the world do but respond? And gets the waft, and you better believe that Tweek is back. Don't call it a comeback. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Been here for years. He'll take that 1-0. And
Whirlpool, that's the trick when you're playing. I guess Wario's trick, right? Because the fact that he gets waft probably at least, like, he's almost guaranteed to get full waft 1 time per match, means that your final stock or one of your stocks is capped at like 60-70%. You don't get to live longer than that. So if he has full waft on your last stock, you have to essentially play perfectly.
You also have to consider, I mean, this is one of those things where, I mean, obviously Rob likes stages with shorter sides, But
Mm.
I mean, you're not getting away with nearly as much because okay, maybe you can use the Wally Wop more times than Wario can use the Waft, but he's getting more out of that Waft than you are with pretty much any other side B unless you're pursuing off stage. So
Yeah,
there are those times where it works against you and heavily so. In fact, I'm not really sure I agree with the Pokemon Stadium pick, to be completely honest.
it makes me wonder what the bans were, but
Sure.
Tweek seems entirely unfazed. Like even taking the gyro off the board, and Whirlpool, the facets of the game still look good. The recoveries are still really good. He's able to get out of disadvantage in pretty creative ways. But a player like Tweek is gonna catch on to those quicker than most. So everything, the margins everywhere are thinner against a player like this.
Tweek spacing himself out perfectly as well. That neutral air.
Just hit him with a motorcycle. Just hit the robot with a motorcycle. This is a fighting game where you can just hit the robot with a motorcycle. You can just hit the robot with a motorcycle, Stu. No problem.
I have seen the light. Clam hat, the prophecy. My gosh.
But that was a really cute little setup with the gyro, getting the F smash. I mean, I've seen a lot of really, really good play from Whirlpool here. It's just, it takes so much against Tweek. And I know that we've been saying variations of that a lot, but that is really the story of this matchup here.
I mean, when you see a theme, you just kind of have to expound upon the variations. That's just how it is. And Tweek and Whirlpool currently showing an example of that. Eat a gyro, why not? And that's how you heal up. And that is, oh my gosh, I thought he was going to go for the, I thought he was going to get the up air, to be completely honest with you. I thought Whirlpool was going higher for some reason.
Yeah.
But
and I like Waft at this point is so scary because Tweek knows, everyone knows that Tweek does not need it to finish off this stock. And now, how do you take 3 stocks off of one of the best players in the world when they have a kill you at 60 move? That's the question that Whirlpool needs to answer.
You gotta be real hopeful, real trepidous, or something like that. You can probably take a stock. You're sitting at 169. That first stock in the game number 1.
Oh, that back air could have been the start of it.
Yeah, if you're Whirlpool, you've been letting them hang around for far too long, and you're not happy about that.
He gets that bounce, gets the first stock off, and that's how it starts. You know, you just look at the top 90% of the screen. Don't look at the stocks, don't look at the percents, just play as perfectly as you can, as long as you can. Because that is there's no other game plan that's going to win you this game.
Yeah. Anytime you see Wario to the left and the right of you, you have to assume that it's a losing proposition at this point, because that's all that it has been. It's been Wario dropping in from the lower upper corner, and there you go. Eventually, he'll come up on you, but he's got the Waft on deck, and he is willing to whip it out and hit you over the head with it. Tweek 2-0. I mean, what were you expecting? Is my question.
I mean, I can't say that I expected much other. I can't say that I expected a different outcome. But you know, I don't want to sound like Tweek completely ran over Whirlpool here. Whirlpool was definitely in control for parts of game 1 and some parts of game 2 as well. But you have to think, this is probably a matchup that Tweek knows very well, given the local players that he plays against. And B, I think that it's hard to tell someone not to respect somebody like Tweek in game. But Rob is a disrespectful character by nature. That side B off stage is a disrespectful option by nature.